Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the news. First, a look at the headlines. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma announces deferment of GHADC polls. Garos demand national dialogue on strengthening 6th schedule. Peace talks held in Tura after GHADC nomination unrest. COMSO holds gathering at Motpran over Garo Hills incidents, extends solidarity to Achik community. And President Draupadi Murmu attends Jal Mahotsav 2026 in New Delhi, calls for collective effort in water conservation. First, let's take a look at some of our local news. The Meghalaya government has decided to postpone the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council elections. Announcing the decision today, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said the move was taken after reviewing the prevailing situation in Garo Hills. In a statement, the Chief Minister said the government decided to defer the elections after considering the current circumstances and the difficulties faced by the people in the region.
Dear friends, keeping the current prevailing situation that is prevailing in Garo Hills right now and keeping the sentiments of the people in mind, the government of Meghalaya has decided to postpone the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council elections. We will sit and we will decide on how to further take this procedure ahead. But till then, the decision has been made to postpone the elections.
Tensions continues in parts of Garo Hills following violence linked to the GHADC election nomination process. Authorities have stepped up security and called for peace as investigations into the incidents continue. Here is a report.
Peace meeting was convened by the district administration and police in Tura to address the law and order situation following recent unrest linked to the GHADC election nominations. The meeting was chaired by Deputy Commissioner Vibhor Agarwal and attended by religious leaders, civil society groups and concerned citizens. The incident also triggered tensions during the night, particularly in Chibinang area, where groups from the hill regions and Plains belt confronted each other. Police and security forces intervened to prevent the situation from escalating further. Authorities later confirmed that 2 persons were found dead during the unrest in Chibinang. Police clarified that the deaths were not caused by police firing. Meanwhile, incidents of vandalism and arson was also reported in parts of Tura, though fire services quickly brought the situation under control and no fatalities were reported there. It may be mentioned that the office of the NPP at Hawakhana, Tura was also set ablaze by unknown miscreants today. To maintain law and order, additional security forces have been deployed, including 5 columns of the Army, companies of the CRPF and Rapid Action Force, along with the Special Forces from Assam. Meanwhile, concerns over protecting indigenous self-governance in the GHADC have also been raised. Dr. Patrick S.R. Marak has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking a national discussion on strengthening constitutional safeguards for autonomous district councils under the 6th schedule. Civil society groups and organizations have appealed to the public to maintain calm and avoid spreading rumors as authorities continue efforts to restore normalcy in the region. Authorities have urged citizens to strictly follow curfew orders and maintain peace, warning that strict action will be taken against anyone attempting to disrupt law and order. Bureau Report, DD News, Meghalaya.
Meghalaya Commissioner and Secretary of the District Council Affairs Department, CVD Dengdo, informed that CAPF personnel have been deployed in the region, while one column of the army also carried out a flag march to maintain law and order and boost public confidence. The state government, he said, is closely monitoring the situation and assessing developments. As of now, no decision has been taken regarding the postponement of the elections, while necessary measures are being taken to ensure peace and security in the region.
The situation is tense, as you know. The Deputy Commissioner of West Garo Hills District has imposed curfew for the next 2 days, that is 11th and 12th. And the situation is being closely monitored. The Central Paramilitary Forces, which is CRPF, have arrived in Tura and they are being deployed accordingly. And in fact, the DC has just reported that the army also has done, one column of the army has done a flag march just in the afternoon today, early evening in Chibinang, Rajabala, Tikrikila, Fulbari area to restore confidence. And we have instructed the DCs to ensure that they have peace committee meetings, they keep the channels of communication open, they appeal to all sections, especially the leaders of communities and religious leaders and social leaders, etc., to ensure that appeal is made out to all sections to maintain peace and harmony, so that we can have a conducive atmosphere leading to the polls.
Several shops owned by non-local traders remain closed today along the stretch from Motpran to Bimola up to Khandailad ahead of the public gathering organized by the Confederation of Meghalaya Social Organizations. The closure is believed to be a precautionary step taken by traders amid apprehension surrounding the gathering, which was called to express solidarity with members of the Garo community who were reportedly attacked in certain areas. Tension between sections of the Garo community and other groups reportedly escalated after Garo organizations opposed the participation of non-tribal individuals as voters and candidates in the upcoming GHDC elections. Leaders of several organizations under the banner of the Confederation of Meghalaya Social Organizations gathered in large numbers at Motpran today to express concern over recent incidents in Garo Hills and to extend solidarity to the Achik community. Members of the organizations, including the HYC, CORP, JNC, GSU, Khasi Hills, HITO, participated in the gathering. COMSO President Roy Kupar Sindrem urged the state government to take necessary action over the incidents and reiterated the demand for the implementation of the inner line permit in Meghalaya to safeguard the interest of the indigenous communities. He urged the government to ensure the protection of the rights, land and cultural identity of the Achik community while calling for greater attention to the concerns raised by the people.
Hari nakot ngawer yapi nakaniga jaka hakaniga janmiat kabamenta banginya yang banteli kawai kum kajat benriu nyautrap ban yang banya teli kawai kum kitrairi trai muluk ban pentikna bangi nidai kitrai jong kaniga jela Meghalaya jong kini kilom kasih jantiabat Garo ban pentikna bau nongwei nongar dan hop ban syong hakit dorbar trairi gijongi dan hop ban syong ban rong ban long nong tawan hakit the council gijongi tongin ya syam ya karai hakni ga janmi ka bamenta balada dan kam yami min yami ringin pentikna bakini ki dorbar trairi gijongi kini banne hakati gijongi.
Cabinet Minister and Amlarem MLA Lakman Rimbui has expressed optimism that trade and commerce between Meghalaya and Bangladesh will flourish under the new government in Bangladesh. Speaking to the media on Tuesday, Rimbui said that people living in the border areas of Amlarem depends on each other for trade and daily economic activities. He stated that they would support the Bangladesh government if it addresses issues that affect the integrity of the country, while expressing hope that India and Bangladesh will further further strengthen cordial relations and open new avenues for trade and commerce. He also expressed confidence that the new government in Bangladesh is keen to maintain peace and stability, adding that many members of the War community also reside as citizens in Bangladesh.
See, for us, the people of the border area, international border area, we are interdependent. When it's matter the Bangladesh people, they depend upon the people from India, and from India also they depend to trade with Bangladesh. But having said that, it depends also from the policy of the central government. Because as we see, as soon as this caretaker government comes, there are so many restrictions in the export or import of different things from whether to Bangladesh or from Bangladesh to India. I hope that the central government will have the cordial relationship with the new government Bangladesh, but that also depends upon the government of Bangladesh, because we from the India, we always try to support the Bangla government, if at all the government there take care of the issues of which is against the integrity of India. So India is always supportive of the government of Bangladesh. I hope that this new government will be able to establish to restart the cordial relationship with government India, and the trade will resume as usual before the coming of the caretaker government. That is my vision.
The Khon Hinuthrep National Awakening Movement on Tuesday attempted to meet Chief Executive Member of the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council, Winston Tony Lingdo, to press for amendments to certain provisions of the Assam and Meghalaya Autonomous District rules. As the CEM was not present in his office, the delegation submitted a memorandum to the council staff for onward delivery. Speaking to reporters, KNUM Working President Thomas Basa said that the party is demanding amendments to add rules 1281 and 1283. He said the demand has gained urgency following the recent clash in Garo Hills, which resulted in casualties and injuries. Basa stated that the proposed amendment aims to prevent non-tribals from casting votes in the district council elections.
Pina kaliang jongi ngi lawan ni banyak kenduk ya CM Henry imdan mendasi bun kam te ngila ai ko ka siti ka jongi ka bala sai lupa ijing thok bang thok ila long ba sai lupa ban kani ngi wan namar bang ngi yo I babun pai ba ki yo I ka ba jias po Garo Hills mo namar ka jing persyang ka jing yo lat jok ni ki bamde na jai bandu Garo ban tuklar ya ka kam election te po Garo Hills na kaliang jongi ngi wan biang ban pen kamau ya ka isi banado arja khatsau ngila tho sa ki isi ki paper kalau dari jong Congress na jong NPP na jong ka UDP hakna ka jing tho jong nado arja khatsau ngila stress tangawai ba ngidei ban pen kalano ya ka idi rule ko basis par ko pra sa parawan sa para 3 ka kanang bangin la ban khangla yaki bamde na jai brew khasi ban wan tuklar ya ka kam election ne po ki chirisi ban nakaliang jongi hakini isi kisang gula adab ngiyo tangka jing jar umdon ba simkya umdon ba penpaw kata interest bangin le holor kani bad hakini isi bat mai pada nadu menai April ajar pesan nang ta pada January ajar penriu ngilawan ai kani ka jingkar pat ka bika juhi ban penkelano ya ke idiru ban tho ba do klom basai ba ubala ban thabut apok ka district council udai bende be tang na ka jai kasi.
The Federation of Khasi, Jaintia and Garo people has strongly condemned the alleged arson attack on the office of the Garo Students' Union at Chibinang in West Garo Hills district. Speaking to the media, FKJGP President Dundee C. Kongsit said that the incident comes amid tensions following a resolution passed by the GHDC regarding eligibility of candidates for the upcoming council elections. The FKJGP extended solidarity with the people of Garo Hills and demanded that those responsible for the alleged attack be brought under law. The organization also called for greater unity among indigenous communities across Khasi, Jaintia and Garo region to safeguard their collective interests.
We see that these people who are involved in, in escalating this situation which is as per the present situation in Garo Hills, they should be booked by the law. We should come together because we know once we have been politically defeated in the Garo Hills region, which we allow the non-indigenous community or non-indigenous individual coming up in politics or get a chance to be as the representative in the Garo Hills region, and it will hamper the entire state, not only the Garo Hills region. For this reason, like we from the organization, we would like to extend our support to all our people in the Garo Hills region, that together we should united and fight against this political exploitation from the other indigenous community.
A 30-year-old woman died in a tragic road accident along the Shillong-Joai Road near Nong Thamai on Tuesday night. The deceased has been identified as Sengsil M. Sangma. She was travelling on a scooty with her husband, Mikton D. Shira, who worked as a delivery agent with Zomato, when the vehicle reportedly lost control and skidded on the road at around 10:30 p.m. Following the fall, Sengsil Sangma was run over by a truck coming from the same direction towards Nong Thamai, while her husband survived the accident. The couple are residents of Lao Mali in Shillong. The two-day 10th District Level Exhibition 2026 began on Tuesday at Balang Presbyterian Ground in Maukarwat. The exhibition is organized by the Office of the General Manager, District Commerce and Industries Centre. Maukarwat MLA Rennington L. Tongkhar inaugurated the exhibition in the presence of Aranikor MLA Pius Marwin and Southwest Khasi Hills Deputy Commissioner B. Maulong. Speaking on the occasion, Maukarwat MLA expressed hope that these ventures will generate employment opportunities for youth and help reduce unemployment in Meghalaya. Entrepreneurs are showcasing a variety of products such as traditional jensam, handicrafts, wine, honey and eco-friendly disposable plates.
Bandiru banlong kajing mentoi kajing kesem jokhi Henry omdei tang kajing mentoi kajing kalong kajing mentoi lang ka imlang kesalang kamtam ban create ia kata ka employment ban penyok jam ki khon samlah kamlong kajing skotna laradon na pleng jokini ki balayadon kini ki kam ka pileseng kam lajong ban sayok ban bu briu iwei arngot wow kalong kajing skotna hadu kata-kata ai kumlei kiladon kini ki bay snawan la paunam hi kajing snawan hangne Tendai hoi kerang dor kam hadu kata-kata yang quality. Hakaba irkam banyo ikiwan kiba kam bha chusu. Tendai isko temat banyo I menta. Hakaba yo I kumnoi kini ki packaging yang kama pipak la kalong ki bitor wine dan nilai kalong ki deki honey yang kabangila iternat bha karukom song ka packaging. Kajong pi kini ki tiar gu pemi. Ngangej kama pinang la ban le kam bha na kapor.
A delegation from the Sinjukki Rangbachnong Rutwa Umpli, led by its chairman, Henry Nongrum, along with several village elders, inspected the under-construction road connecting Umden to Bernihat in Ribhoi district. The 38.7-kilometre road project is being executed by MP Agarwal Company Limited and falls under the Nongpo and Jirang constituencies. Assistant Commissioner Akash Marak, along with officials from the Public Works Department and the construction company, were also present. During the inspection, the delegation expressed concern over the poor quality of construction, stating that despite government funds being allocated for the project, the work carried out so far has failed to meet expectations and has caused dissatisfaction among local residents.
Rangkat barki officer jong tludi lambat umajister nyap sibun ki jina ki blap trai terti da kania company hak bade bagi siang rong terti khamtam leya kasurok kablang susna sian hakini ki kniat tayo ka dap henry menengi da kho da kakti ka rong kambat bha kata kade ka wei ka jing komplain ka jungi bat ka arang ta ka long ba ki babun ka bang siam ka long ba teng ki kendro kimbiang ki gatwal kimbiang nang ta kisnong dang bun hi ki bang idon kam ya ki humpat ban ai haki sok snong ki jungi te nakaliang jungi
ki babun hi ki nagaliang company ki ong bakin sa pendep kita borok khaj ki jindawa ka jongi bat ka ba kongsan hi nagaliang jong company ki ong dona plak kata ka BPR kata ka de ki ong jong ki nagaliang company tengi nagaliang ka senjuk ki masnong ngila karpat ya ki babun hi bakin pendep no haswa ban wan kane kayom slap hakane ka por ka bamta henry nagaliang jongi ka senjuk hajuk ka por ngi suban ai kublai ya ka sarkar kabla pensap ya ka jindawa ka jongi kabla ai kana serok kadik amount ka bahe henry heuse ka kimi nanti jongi ki pajba hakane ka por ngidang kimi nanti bakane serok kan ne da ki posnam henry tang hak sti or rio kana ka serok kala jot rathai no ya kom tang kerpat ya ki bor bhalor ne ka sarkar bahkan pek kimi lam ya kane ka jinge ka bangina kaliang ki nong sidong hakane ka area ka jongi ya kendo.
The Meghalaya State Skill Development Society organised a recruitment drive Phase 2 at the office of the Darbar Chnong, Behdienkhlam in Mairang. The recruitment drive aimed to create employment opportunities for the youths seeking jobs in different sectors. During the event, officials of MSSDS provided counselling and guidance on various career options, including hotel management, nursing, mechatronics, electrician and other trades. A large number of youths attended the program, while those who missed Phase 1 were also given an opportunity to register. The initiative aims to help young people secure employment opportunities within the state as well as in other parts of the country. College students from across Rebhoi district participated enthusiastically in the district-level Viksit Bharat Youth Parliament held at Rebhoi College. The program provided a platform for the youth to express their ideas and opinion through debates and discussions on national issues with a focus on the theme 50 Years of Emergency Lessons for Indian Democracy. The event was organised by the National Service Scheme Unit of Rebhoi College in collaboration with the Office of My Bharat, Rebhoi District. ADC Balakinteo Rani attended the program as a chief guest. 7 selected students will represent the district at the upcoming state-level youth parliament in Shillong.
I've seen that today you have a youth parliament where you will give the opportunity to speak to present the views and opinions. So Viksit Bharat in the vision 2047 of Viksit Bharat, the youth has a very crucial role to play. We are envisioning a country that has a very young population who takes part to live up to the vision of our Prime Minister. So what I would like to address here today for our 16 gathering of college participation of our students from our colleges is the art of presenting your views, your opinions, participating in the youth parliament, and it gives you a platform to express yourself.
Preparations for the annual Behdienkhlam festival began on Tuesday in Jawai, coinciding with the traditional market day known as Kasngi Musyang. The Doloi, Pator and Lingdo, along with Sangot and Basan of the Jawai Rite, issued a public notice known as Kakbai Muknor, marking the beginning of the festival rituals. In the months leading to the festival, several important rituals will be performed, including Di Su Pen, Tho Langdo, Chat Tho, Knya Khang, Knya Perthat, Ka Sngi Ka Pha, and ceremonies at Yung Langdo. This year's Behdienkhlam will be held from July 6th to July 9th. And now for some national news. President Draupadi Murmu today graced the Jal Mahotsav 2026 held in New Delhi. Addressing the gathering, President Murmu said that water conservation is a collective responsibility and stressed the need to make it an integral part of daily life to secure the country's future. She also expressed confidence that Jal Mahotsav will grow into a mass movement to strengthen India's water security and promote sustainable water management across the nation.
जल संरक्षण हम सब का दायित्व है। हमें जल को केवल उपयोग की वस्तु के रूप में नहीं देखना चाहिए। आने वाली पीढ़ियों की अमूल्य धरोहर के रूप में भी देखना चाहिए। कहा जाता है कि जल है तो कल है। अपने भविष्य को सुरक्षित करने के लिए हमें जल संरक्षण को अपने व्यवहार का अभिन्न हिस्सा बनाना चाहिए। यह हर्ष का विषय है कि 8 मार्च से 22 मार्च तक आयोजित किए जा रहे जल महोत्सव के दौरान विभिन्न गतिविधियों के माध्यम से लोगों को जल के महत्व के बारे में जागरूकता किया जा रहा है। इस दौरान बच्चों को जागरूक करने का प्रयास विशेष रूप से प्रशंसनीय है। युवा पीढ़ी में जल प्रबंधन और संरक्षण के प्रति जागरूकता भविष्य में देश की जल सुरक्षा सुनिश्चित करेगी।
And now for the sports news. The West Khasi Hills Judo Association, with support from the Meghalaya Judo Association, today inaugurated a judo training and coaching centre at St. Xavier's Hall in Nongstoin. The centre aims to promote the sport in the region and help train athletes for the upcoming National Games of India 2027. Assistant Commissioner Pinshine G. Momin attended the program as the chief guest. Addressing the event, Bonnie Karbani encouraged the youths interested in the sports to join the association and participate in the coaching program.
People who are better than you. But remember, you should not compete with them. Never compete with others. And who you have to defeat it? It is you yourself. You have to master yourself. Now if I say, tomorrow if I go and look at the champions, how will I defeat that person? It is so good. But what happens? If you believe in yourself, if you trust yourself, if you say, if I do my practice daily, if I practice daily, if I work hard daily, if I don't give up, I will surely be that person.
And finally, here is the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature recorded was 19 degrees Celsius with the maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 53%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 14 degrees Celsius, the maximum temperature 23 degrees Celsius, the relative humidity 62%. Meanwhile, in Juai, the minimum temperature recorded was 14 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, the relative humidity is 73%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juai says partly cloudy sky most likely to occur. Before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma announces deferment of GHADC polls. Garo's demand national dialogue on strengthening 6th schedule, peace talks held in Tura after GHADC nomination unrest. COMSO holds gathering at Motpran over Garo Hills incidents, extends solidarity to Achik community. And President Draupadi Murmu attends Jal Mahotsav 2026 in New Delhi, calls for collective effort in water conservation. And that's a wrap of today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us, and from all of us here, it's wishing you good night.
बहुत ही खुशी की विषय है कि वर्तमान में लगभग 82% ग्रामीण घरों में नल से जल की